Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Not Your Average Co podcast. I'm your host, Angelica Jones, and here with me today, I have some of CSI Companies' greatest members of our professional services team. So, going to go around and introduce everyone before we get started. First, we have Holly Brown. She's Vice President of Training.
Hi, everyone.
Shelly Bracket. She's Vice President of Change Management.
Hello, everyone.
And Sherry Pouncey, Vice President of Activations.
Good morning.
Let's go.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's get the show on the road.
So we have a really exciting project to talk about. I'm excited to learn more about it, and I know our audience will be interested in it as well. So Holly, let's talk about just an overview of the project, what the organization's needs were, and kind of just a brief understanding of what was going on.
Yeah, absolutely. CSI was awarded a project with three main components, or service lines as we call them, as it related to an implementation with an add-on application. Now, in the industry, what that means is that the system had previously implemented their EMR system, but at a later time chose to add on applications, or the EMR system elected to build new applications. CSI was awarded training, change management, and activation, or at the elbow, as we call it. And some of the goals of the project was ensuring that the success of the end users at Go Live, and then really making sure that we stuck to budget.
You touched on the three components of the project. Let's go a little bit more in depth. Back to you, Holly. Discuss what you do with training and, how your whole project works and all of the components that go into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll kick things off with training. So the organization had asked us to fill two main components with the training program. First and foremost, they needed help with their super user and training coordination. That's a lot of day-to-day operations, working with their super users, making sure that they are registered for classes, they understand the assignment, and we really help them be super. The training coordinator, is really day-to-day schedules, making sure that everyone's registered, answering questions about the training program, etc. The second component of that was contracting a lot of credential trainers. And those are the people who are in the classroom. They are in front of your end users. They're teaching your end users all of the curricula and making sure that they are prepared once they leave that classroom for Go Live.
All right, Shelly, let's talk about change management.
So in our change management realm, we use some proven methodologies to drive operational readiness. So we do that through effective communications and some end user activities. We help out where the rest of the team was really busy. So when the analysts are busy and the training team is swamped, we jump in and we provide the communications with marketing, and we're looking at all the avenues, screensavers, newsletters, what can we be doing to reach all these different audiences? And then also those activities that the other folks are kind of too busy to get to. We help with shadow charting, day in the life, workflow dress rehearsals, road shows. So we're doing all of those extra things, including the labs for practice and personalization, so that the trainers can be in the classroom. And our companions are learning a deep understanding of the culture and the workflows and the anticipated challenges. So we're assessing the anticipated change impact and able to really focus on that and drive it home so that they're better prepared for a smooth activation and a rapid stabilization.
You just mentioned so many things that I would have never thought about that had to be done in the process. And so that's really cool. Sherry, let's talk about what you do.
So my team comes in and kind of wraps it all up and pulls all these pieces together. Activation support, at the elbow support. We come in on day one of Go Live. We are prepared to stand at the elbow with the end users for the client and really pull together everything that Holly's team and Shelly's team has done. we pull from their knowledge, we pull from the resources that they currently have. Those resources typically transition to my team in a support role. There is no one better than those folks that have been there now for weeks and for months to know the client's workflows specifically to the application. And then also, as Shelly mentioned, they're really ingrained in the culture of the organization. So having those folks to transition that knowledge to the folks on my team through an orientation and then through day-to-day support and the communication channels that we utilize at CSI, that really helps to for us to give the end user a much better experience at Go Live, and to Shelly's point, to help them rapidly stabilize with the workflows and the transitions in their day-to-day environment.
So there seems like there's a lot of processes happening and so many components, so many moving parts, so many people. How do you guys collaborate? This is maybe a unique situation where all of CSI was awarded 3 separate sections. So how do you guys use that to your advantage to ensure a seamless transition, to ensure the successful completion of a project? Sherry, I'll go to you.
Well, that's a very good question. And I think collaboration is the key. CSI has an internal methodology where we have an initial meeting when we engage with a client, and we discuss which service lines will be involved. And we start there. What do we know about the client? How can we better understand the client's business needs? How can we better align ourselves with the client's culture? And when we are working in tandem, even though each separate service line is doing their own planning, they have their own work group from the client for those operational leaders that they are, meeting with regularly. We continue those internal meetings to where we can continue our alignment, and we are able to better meet their needs from, understanding things that affect all of us, from the onboarding process to the traveling on site, process, all of those things, to where we are just we're meeting our internal needs while we're meeting the needs of the client.
Okay, awesome. Shelly, Holly, do you guys want to add anything about that experience and how you think that the collaboration helps you and propels the project forward?
I'll absolutely chime in on that one. So from the change management perspective in the middle, we're meeting regularly internally. So we're very aware of what each work stream is working on at any given time and how the connectivity is going to need to click, right? So when training is letting us know that, let's say, not everybody's registered for classes, our change management companions are out there saying, did you register for your classes? Did you sign up? Are you excited?
Right.
They're really pushing that. And then at the other end, when people are getting ready for the activation, we're able to help share that knowledge, like Sherry was kind of talking about before, where the companions have been there for weeks and weeks. They've sat in on classes, they've been out and about, they're very aware of the culture and where the trouble issues are going to be. So we're able to relay that down the line. And we're able to make sure that the at the elbow folks are very equipped and very aware that we are anticipating issues in these areas for whatever reason. So that collaboration, I think, gives us an advantage.
For sure. Well, I know that you 3 and your entire teams work so hard. So congratulations on a very successful project. I want to kind of move on to another question. What is next and exciting within your respective service lines and your areas? What's upcoming? What are you most looking forward to? Holly, we'll start with you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of exciting things happening within the training world. I think most predominantly, we are continuing to see the shift with virtual training. That was really excelled with COVID-19 and all of those efforts. But we're seeing some of these more mature organizations, as it relates to their EMR systems, flip to what we call CBTs, or computer-based training. And that might be e-learnings or virtual classes, virtual webinars. We're really seeing a shift in that, and I think that will continue to grow.
Hey, interesting. Shelly, do you want to talk about what's next in change management?
Yes, of course I do. We have just as many exciting things happening over there. Change management has kind of a pre-live and a post-live component, as you can imagine. So we are focusing a lot in the pre-live space with operational readiness activities, like we just talked about with the companions, but then also in the post-live space, with operational readiness in steady state training and support. So not just training your new hires, but also any ongoing education for your regular upgrades or anything else that might come up where we're missing the target, our benchmarks. How can we focus on those areas and boost our performance and increase efficiency? So we're looking at both pre-live and post-live, which is super exciting for us.
Very cool. Sherry, I'd love to hear from you on this.
Well, we are currently planning to support Epic's largest install ever this fall with one of our clients
Wow.
in Texas. And when we're not busy doing massive things like that, we continue to support our client base with all of their initiatives, whether it is acquisitions or community connect projects or enterprise rollouts of single applications like the Beaker application or Bones, which is becoming a thing now. So when we're not preparing and planning for major enterprise-wide go lives, we are taking care of our clients in that manner. We stay very busy.
That's awesome. And it's truly transforming our patient care. And so that's really important to everyone. And, there's such big things in store. And so thank you all for joining and giving such great insights. I learned so much, and I know our audience did too. So Holly, Sherry, Shelly, thank you again. And thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow and subscribe on all of our socials at CSI Companies so you don't miss what's next. Bye. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.